fluorescent paint on these, which I thought was really cool. Thought that was a good idea. So still messing around with that. And kind of cloudy, little cloudy today. But the sun is definitely gonna burn the heck out. These are all burn off, all these clouds. But at least they're nice natural clouds. Some of them anyway. My little girl, there she is hunting, doing her little hunting. She's on the hunt. She's walking a little better today on her foot, so that's good. That's really good. Yeah, she's hunting. She's on the hunt. She almost caught one yesterday in the garage, so I was like, thank God. Thank God she didn't. But anyway, let's go check out this side. It looks like it's actually gonna rain today, which is what we need desperately. It's really been, we need some sort of rain here. But we got new pulley systems on our trees due to the wind because it's been so bad. Look at him. He knows his stick is up there. I'm going to show you guys how smart this dog is. But he knows his stick is up there and he can't play with it because he barks all the time. But he'll sit there the whole day until I give it to him. He will sit there the whole entire day until he gets it. And he does that with bones that we hide on the counter. But so my engineer kind of engineered these cool little pulley systems for the trees. Thought this was a great engineering idea. Because the winds get so bad, and so they go to the tree. Yeah, it's pretty interesting how he thought of that. We had them tied, but the winds were still like really bad. So he's smart guy. There was some practicing going on this morning. I heard it. So we had that out there. So I did hear that. They're actually constructing a garage over there, which is smart because their cars are exposed in the 117-degree weather. Our trees are doing amazing. Like these trees are just doing amazing. Really, really, really good. And then, yeah, it does look like it's gonna rain today. But yeah, everything's growing beautifully. Just absolutely beautiful. And it does look like it's gonna rain a little bit over the gold mines out there. It looks like there's gonna be some rain out there. It's really cloudy. So let's go over to the weather station. Let's see if there's any wind. There's like no wind, really. Absolutely no wind. Our little windmill is not moving at all, so. Yeah, so it's, again, it was 117 yesterday, so that's on the low end. It's been about 120. But yeah, no wind today, which is nice because we've had brutal winds. And let's look at some of our cactuses that we have going on here. These are going pretty cool. This one's doing crazy. This one's been here for, I don't even know how long before we even bought the house. But it's going pretty good. The trees are starting to get really gorgeous. We had to put in all new like irrigation hoses. And you can kind of see what we had to do is kind of dig. I'll show you a little bit here. I had to dig down so the water would get to the roots. We had it watering on the top, but the water wasn't, it was just puddling around. It wasn't actually going beneath the sand. The sand is super hard. It's like, it's like rock and stone. so it's hard to get below. So all the trees we had to kind of dig little holes so the water would get below. And I don't know, she's barking at something. I know he must have went in because the door is open. Okay, so we'll shut that. But yeah, it's beautiful today. Yeah, he's just sitting there. He's just sitting there. Mr. Hodor. Mr. Hodor, you gotta wait, okay? He'll sit there for hours no matter what. It's getting too hot. Come here. Come here. Come here. We'll put your stick over here. Okay? Okay, we'll put your stick over here. Look at how cute he is. Oh my goodness. You can't have it right now, buddy. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's too funny. Too funny. Okay, you can see his stick is right here, and I had to put it up here because he will just bark and bark and bark. But, oh, that wind feels good. And there's a breeze. Actually, 90 degrees isn't too bad. If there were no clouds, I forget it, it'd be like 100 out here. But at least it's got some clouds to help us a little bit. So, but yeah, we put in all new connections for the water. We need them to water really, really well. So, but gorgeous, gorgeous day. I wanted to head out and go into Joshua Tree, but I have a vacation coming up in November, and that's probably the best time to go there because it's so hot. So I'll be heading out there and checking out some things. I did a podcast on it. Some of the crazy stuff I live by, the gold mines and Joshua Tree and all that. Oh, he's such a good boy. Oh, it must have been her that went in. She doesn't usually go in. She usually is the one that stays out. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful day. Gorgeous day. In the morning, it's early. It's 7:30. So by 9 o'clock, all the clouds will be gone. But they look, well, some of the clouds look like it was maybe they did some cloud seeding maybe. Yeah, these look like, yeah, these totally look like that because they look like storm clouds. They're gray. You can always tell when they're gray like that. Hey, good morning. Lavish Matter. In Egypt? Egypt. No, it looks like it, right? It looks like everyone says either the Middle East somewhere, but no, this is California, the Mojave Desert, and it looks just like, it does look just like Egypt or the Middle East. It feels like it anyway. The terrain is definitely close to that, that area, the Middle East. Very hot. Super hot. Right now, again, it's only about 90. It got out to 117. A couple weeks ago, it was about 120, 121. Very dry, very dry. But that's the military base behind us back there. So that's the Marines military base. And I guess they train over there because it's, the terrain is exactly like the Middle East. So that's why they do all their training over there. But they were out there this morning. I heard them. So they were practicing. But yeah, it does. It's funny. I either get is this area 51? They're thinking it's like, because it looks a lot like, going into Las Vegas and all this looks like that. So same mountainous. You are doing you are doing in the desert. There is no one. No, there's no one. There's absolutely no one. That's why we got this property, because we wanted to be away from civilization and kind of live off grid. And actually, we are connected to the grid, but we built a homestead out here a while ago, and we picked this place because of the desolation. There's no one. You can't build anywhere over. This is all government-owned land, and you can't build anywhere. So we got the very last house, and our property actually goes out to that like telephone pole out there. So it's nice. Our closest neighbor is that white house way over here, which we don't really. They're far enough where we don't. It's like we don't have a neighbor. So it's really nice. Yeah, I love it out here. We have 5 acres. Although sometimes when the storms come and all the rainstorms come, which I'm hoping we get some. Like that side looks really, really stormy, and I think it's because they're. Hey, my dog Indy. Oh, tornado pump. Yeah, exactly. Yes, that's exactly. Good morning. Welcome in. Yeah, I do this live out stream on Sundays of the Mojave just to see what's going on out here. They did, like I said, they were practicing out here this morning, so that's the first time I heard them in a while. But yeah, we have 5 acres right outside the military base, the Marines. And yeah, so this is our closest neighbor. And we're actually waiting for this property here to come up. It's been empty. It's been desolate for a long time. We'd like to grab that piece because our land actually goes to this telephone pole here. So, but that's our closest neighbor. And yeah, it's really, really nice. It's very nice. Everything around. Hey, good morning. Boger Solutions. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, it's beautiful today. Again, around 90 degrees. It's made it to 117 a couple weeks ago, 121, I think. So very hot, extremely hot. But thank God it's cloudy. Like if I go to the sky, it's, the sun is behind some clouds because I would not be able to bear it out here. So hence we're trying to plant, some tree coverage. Hey, Callie Fortune, you were inspired by Star Wars, Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan could live here. Sand people, yeah, we definitely are. Yes, it does feel like that, actually. Welcome in, Callie Fortune. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I decided to actually start this even earlier because it's been so hot out here. It's like crazy. But yeah, it looks like that, right? It does look like that. I was going over to my sign over here that I'm starting to do like some rock decorations on the land. You know where James Cagney's house is? No, but there are a lot. No, I don't. But there are a lot of like Hollywood stars that live out here. I know one that does because I love this guy. Is Jason Momoa. Aquaman, he has a house somewhere in Joshua Tree. So, but James Cagney's house, no, I didn't know. Is it in Joshua Tree or is it in 29 Palms? Is this how horror movies start? There have been some filmed here back in the day, so many movies. Yes, shout out in Mojave, absolutely 100%. We have had many, many, many movies out here. In fact, I think The Hills Have Eyes, the first one. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that one, but that movie was filmed actually around these mountains over here. But back in, I think it's 70s, early 80s. But this is my little rock, my little rock thing that I'm working on, my project. And I tried to do like some gold glitter, but it didn't work out the way I wanted. And then someone in the comments, I think it was Tommy, I'm not sure, said, try some glow-in-the-dark paint. So this is glitter paint, but it doesn't show up like the way I wanted it to. So I'm going to start like doing all kinds of like rock things over here. Little decorations. I don't know, maybe some hearts and I don't know, stars, or maybe an alien spaceship made out of stones or something. But it did. It didn't wash away, which I was hoping. Usually the winds are so high here that the rocks will just flow wherever they want. But yeah, we still have not fixed our property from the last storm that we had, so we're still. It's getting even worse. No, you can't have that. I had to hide his stick. He has a stick, and the poor guy is dying out here. And he wants the stick so bad, but every time he gets the stick, he barks like ridiculous. So he does that. He goes ahead. Oh, here's a bone. He'll sit there until I give it to him, and he's really hot. No, you can't have that. Oh, I just found one. We gotta get rid of that because they come back out here and grab these things. So there's one. That's where he likes to hide them. And I was picking them up. There's many of them. Come on, Hody. Come on, Hody. Come on, Hody. See, his stick is over here. And he just tried to get it. And he almost got it. He almost got it. But if I give it to him, he'll bark and bark and bark. And then I won't be able to even talk. Come on. Come on this way. Come on. You'll get it after. Come on. You just get it after. Yeah, so he'll bark and, yeah, go in the house for a little while. Go in the house. I bring you water in, okay? Okay? I bring you your water. Go ahead. Okay. Let me get his water because I know he'll want it. But yeah, there have been, that's the thing about this. The history of where I am is just so amazing. And I did an episode on my podcast about it. Some of the history I covered with the gold mines and some of the stories of how it used to be back in the 1800s, early 1900s back here. Very interesting stories. And there's even more history about UFOs and things like that. So let me put that in there for you. Okay. All right. Yeah, so there's really some interesting, cool things. And the gold mines are out there, so we're not far from them. And I showed some of the gold mines that I saw on the last episode I did on my podcast. It was really cool, and showed some Joshua Tree things. I wonder where James Cagney's house is. I'm curious now. Oh, it's in 29 Palms. Okay, no kidding. Wow. Interesting. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of Hollywood out here, and that's the same reason why they're out here, is because we're out here, is it's so desolate. There's just nothing. And a lot of the land cannot be built on, which is really nice. The government owns it, so it's extremely nice to, and we're the type of people that like that. I have a lot of people who say, how can you live out there like that? In the beginning when we were building, because we were off grid when we first got this house, there was nothing. There was no electricity, nothing. No, the well was not good. So we suffered for a little while until we tore the house down and rebuilt it. But yeah, it was really rough, but we got that telephone pole there connected. The electric company came out about maybe, 5 months after we were here, 3 months, 4 months. They were quick about it, actually. They were really good. And I'm surprised they came out here, because nobody comes out here. No, we have a tough time for deliveries, and not a lot of people will come out this way. They can't even find us, to be honest. We're not even physically, you can see, if you go to Google Maps, you can see where we are, but it's, we technically have a zip code and an address, but it's actually not where it is. So it's kind of unincorporated land, which is very cool. I love it. And I know Cali Fortune he's in Nevada, I think, on some, I believe it's desert out there. It's all desert out there, right? But we did finally get connected to the grid, and then we did get the well, service. So, and now our little windmill is going a little bit. So you can see that this is going to stop picking. It does look like it's stormy sky, so it does look like they did some sort of activity in the sky to cause this. Yesterday, I have some pictures. The sky was just so fluffy, natural clouds. It was beautiful. Although it was 117 degrees, it was still gorgeous. So very, very nice. Yeah, just gorgeous out here. But we've had some rodent issues. So we have traps everywhere. And I did an episode about the wildlife here too. So nothing in the traps, thank God. Let's go check these out. Yes. Cheap electricity in Nevada, not here. So nothing in the traps, which is good because I hate finding stuff like that in the traps. I don't like it. It's nasty. But yeah, not out here, California. It's very, very expensive out here in California, extremely. The electricity is a fortune, so it's not cheap. We also have, the watering system on the electricity too, so that's, but it's on timers, so it's all timed, not to use that much. But we did get our generator. We had a guy come out from the electric company and do some work for us, and we're in the middle of painting because the house needs painting, so you can kind of see the double color of the paint. So we are painting and we're doing some renovations. It's time. It's been 5 years now, so we're trying to renovate. And then these guys, even with the wind, like we have to tie these guys down, and the wind really gets crazy out here. So, yeah, but yeah, you can see the sun starting to really come out now. I went into the garage yesterday and 3 little birds flew out from the back end. So I think we have a little nest of birds out there. Yeah, we're paying a lot in Silicon Valley. We still here. Oh, haven't been to the house in Nevada for a couple months. I see. Oh, you got 2 places too. Got it. But going soon, having new windows put in. Yeah, we had these specially made. These are custom made windows for this, to handle these, the temperatures, the heat, the conditions out here, the wind, they have some sort of like sun protection. They weren't cheap, I'll tell you that, because when we bought the house, the actual windows were melted into the house. It was insane. But the house had been sitting, like I said, for a long, long time. So wasn't surprised about that. But it's funny because you can tell how hot it is, right? E-glass, I see. Yeah, these are custom built from, I forget the name. It's a popular company, but they came from the factory. That's all I know, because we had to have them custom made. And they're really, really nice windows, actually. And they've stood the test of time. They're dirty right now because we're kind of, you can see all the cameras aren't up anymore because we're painting, and but very nice. There's a gray tint within the glass. Yeah, so we had to do that around the house. And yeah, the windows before were just insane. When we first came to look at the house, the windows had all these grates, so you couldn't break into the houses, because back in the day, this was like a lot of illegal activity was going on down here. So some of these houses, they're gone now. But so the guy had to put all these bars up against the windows, because they were coming into these abandoned houses. Like, people would only vacation here, right? So they'd leave their houses for a few months and then come back, and all their copper would be stolen out of the walls. So when we came to look at the house, there was bars all over the windows, and we're like, what's going on? And then shortly later, we found out what was going on. So, yes, the old ones from the 90s were melting. Yes, the seals had totally melted and were running down the middle of the glass. It was insane. Like, it was just crazy the condition this house was in. But we knew, like, we could, we were hoping anyway. We didn't know for sure. But the foundation was good. We had someone come out and look at it, and we kind of knew that if we tore the house down to the studs, we could rebuild from it. And luckily, the studs were like insanely good. Like they were just very sturdy and not, I mean, you would never tell that this was built in the 60s, So we were fortunate enough, and then we just rebuilt from there. So it was really good. We were fortunate enough to have, the foundation of the house and the actual studs, and the frame of the house was in good condition. So we were lucky there. And then we built up from there and got on the grid and got the water tank, the well fixed. And now we're getting all these it's really cool because since we dug these holes for the watering, like we were watering on top of the tree right here. Like all the water was coming to the tree on the top, but it wasn't getting to the roots. So my engineer, brilliant, had to dig down, and let's see if I can get this to go all the way down. Had to dig down this far so that the water could get actually into the roots of the tree. And it's cool because these are now popping up. We have a little guy somewhere over here. Another little guy popping up. Oh, here he is. Oh, he grew so much. Last night he really wasn't this big. Oh, wow. So we're getting all our little creosotes up. And oh, here he is. Here's another one. Oh, wow. That's awesome. That is awesome. So let's see. Below the clay, right? Because when this sand gets wet, it's like clay. And when I was doing my rock project over there, that's what I was doing. I was wetting the sand, because once you put those stones in the sand, hopefully, it gets to clay and they stay there like that. And but if the wind is strong enough, which it has, the gusts have come to like 80 miles an hour. So it has been crazy windy. So I was like, oh, I hope my stones are still there, but they did. So I kind of, made some clay and had them, I really kind of dug a little ditch for them to sit in and watered it and made sure that they would stay. But yeah, the sun is coming out, the wind's starting to blow. I got a new mic and had it all working yesterday, and I'm mad because it's made for, like, if it gets windy, I can still do these. I connected and everything today, but I don't know, for some reason. Said it was connected, said everything was working, but I had sound in the beginning, so it kind of sucks. But a really nice DJI mic. It's really cute, actually. But unfortunately, it's really nice, actually. It's got a really nice transmitter and hooks to the phone, but I couldn't get it to work, so I had to disconnect it this morning. But it was working yesterday. I tested it out. I did some like YouTube tests, and it worked really well. But for some reason today it did not. Yeah. So anyway, but it does look really stormy in the gray. You can see the gray clouds. Oh my goodness. You can tell those are not natural. Absolutely 100%. So someone's getting a major storm today from this. It usually starts here and ends up in, I don't know, the middle Kansas or somewhere. So someone's going to be, hopefully it's not me on the way home, because it's been really crazy driving in these storms. But it's, yeah, our little windmill is going. You can tell the wind is picking out. Let's check it out. Oh, there's a little bird that lives in our garage. It's a little baby birdie. He's so cute. Yeah, I went to go get the girl yesterday in the garage. I came flying out from the back. But yeah, so it'll get windy. Usually by noontime, it gets a little. That's when it gets going. So, but these guys are smart. They're building a garage over there, which you definitely need. Absolutely 100% need. So your car doesn't get burned up. It's the only thing about parking outside is the cars get, really damaged from the heat blazing. Saw some helicopter practices last night. They were flying up over this way. So we have not been able to go outside at night to do our campfires. Never through like July, August, September even. Because it's still like 110 at 9 o'clock at night. So it is, really still hot. So it stinks because I love the skies at night. They're beautiful. They're just gorgeous. So, but we have not been able to get out at night because it's still really, really warm. We haven't really been able to do any target practicing or anything like that because it's too hot during the day. So we have been hanging out in the house, and we have indoor projects that we do, so it keeps us busy. We're always, doing stuff inside, and we actually need to do our bathroom, even though we just did it a couple of years ago. We gotta fix some things in there. So it's nice because it's like marble. It's really pretty, but we have to fix the flooring in there in the shower. So we got a few things to do. Every few years you gotta keep up with the upkeep of your house, and especially out here. Like, there are little earthquakes that happen out here, so they do move the ground. And I've heard of some few earthquakes that have been happening close by. Not enough to affect us really, but there have been, some earthquakes. So quite a few actually. But yeah, it's thank God we haven't had anything major here. I did feel one, about a couple of months ago when I was back in the city. But other than that, it's been not too, these little baby ones that happen, or aftershocks, I think, from the ones that are happening on Villiers Fault there, I guess, is where they're all coming from. So all you see on YouTube though is earthquake everywhere. So it kind of gets you scared. But yeah, it's definitely getting windy, and not surprised. It's been the steady wind here is like 20 miles an hour. Like it's, when it's noontime, it's just 20 miles an hour all day long. In the morning, it's not bad. Good morning, Meritage. Good morning. Welcome to the Mojave. Very hot right now. It's probably gone up a few degrees now that the sun is peeking its way through the clouds. It's definitely doing that. So it's going to heat up really, really high. We have the dashboard for the weather center inside the house, so I get to check it all the time. And the high yesterday was 117. A couple weeks ago, the high was 121. So I think the norm, like from when I've lived here, has been about 110 to 115 is the normal weather. It's been a little bit higher than normal, but I look at the weather map like around the world, and it is some extreme heat everywhere. So hey, good morning, Mike's Adventures. Good morning, welcome to the Mojave. Yeah, I talked to my sister in Boston, and she said it's just miserably hot there. So she's like, it's worse than Florida. And I don't miss the humidity. I do not miss that. So she's like, it's just so really bad. You can't even walk outside. She's like, my hair is all frizzy. And It's just, she's like, it's really bad. So the heat is like all around the world. I think it's hot everywhere. So um yeah, so here it's been brutal. And like I said, we're inside. Thank God we have really, really good AC. And unfortunately, I have not been able to use my hot tub, which is really disappointing. If I went and felt the temperature of the water of that hot tub, it would probably be about 105. That's how hot it's been here. Um, so I don't even need to turn the heater on or anything for that. But so disappointed about my mic. I had a really good mic, and I can't get it working right now. My husband got me a nice mic for this type of weather. It gets windy. And I thought it was all connected, and I started off like that. We're in the high 90s here in Minnesota, and our AC unit is not keeping up with that. Yeah. So I made sure that the one thing that, because I'm hot-blooded, I'm just hot-blooded. I made sure that we had an AC unit put in that would probably cool a small factory. So this is our AC unit, and it's one of those that have like, what do you call those? They're in every room. I forget the name. I always forget the name of these things. I lived in Saudi Arabia, Phoenix, and now Nevada, with the worst summers were ever. Yes, in New Jersey. Although Saudi was close. Boy, Callie 14, you've been everywhere. Hey, High Plains, good morning. Welcome to the Mojave. Looking pretty stormy today. Over on this side, actually, where the gold mines are over there. On this side, it's looking pretty stormy. It looks like they were doing some sort of, some sort of seeding in the sky. So you guys somewhere will get severe weather, flooding, and all that stuff. You'll probably, get the brunt of what is going on out here. And then usually, it looks like it's kind of raining on that side, but it's been really brutal. It has just been brutal out here. So, and like I said, the winds have been insanely crazy. And hence we haven't really seen any coyotes or anything like that out here. Usually I'll come out here and look for footprints or anything out here, but I haven't seen any. So I don't know. I don't know where, let's see, High Plains. We're going to hit 107 today here. We're going to do extreme heat. Oh my God, High Plains. Oh, hopefully you have like AC in your camper. I could never handle that. Like I couldn't. I was saying it was 117 yesterday, which is, a little bit high. The norm is 110 to 115. My dad worked in Betchel, so we moved every 2 years to new job sites. Oh, Alaskan Pipeline, then nuclear plants all over. And the house terminal at Jeddah Airport. And oh my goodness, wow, you've had a life. You should write a book. Get all that on your channel. Oh, you gotta put all that stuff on your channel. Tell a story. That's interesting stuff. That's really interesting stuff. Yeah, I love all that stuff. It's really cool to know, people's. I'm interested in all that stuff anyway. That's why I liked doing the episode of my Homestead Junkies podcast, where I had the history of where I live, and I covered some of the gold mines across the way, and it was really interesting. I showed some of the pictures so some of the gold mines are outside of Joshua Tree. They're on this side, so you can go to them and you can look down. Yes, that was all before 198, 1987 states, 13. Oh God, Cali Fortune. Now I know why. Yeah, so some of the mines that I showed pictures of in that episode were really cool because you got to get right there were no, that's the only thing about some of those mines outside of the park is they're not protected. So you got to be super careful. You can go in some of the caves. I showed some of that. It was really interesting, but very dangerous still. But I was standing in, on top of one of them, like out on the outer edge, and it's insane that you can actually go right up to them. And did I want to go in them? Yes, I wanted to go into some of them. I was daring myself to, but I didn't, I knew there were snakes. I knew there were, the rats and all the crazy, scorpions and tarantulas and stuff like that. So I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it. But there is a video of some people that, actually went in some of these mines. So it was really cool to see, very interesting, very hard to get to. And that was the day we got stuck out in the desert for hours and hours and hours. And no tow company. It was a Sunday afternoon, so no tow company was open. There's a dude I watched called Ghost. Yes, I know who it is. The Ghost Then Living. He bought SN Gold Ghost Town up there and is turning it into a tourist attraction. Nice. Ghost Town Living. Yes, I've heard of the channel. Actually, I'm wondering if that is one of the videos it may have not been, but when I was doing the research for that episode of the Homestead Junkies podcast, my very last episode, 15, I was looking through some of these channels that were insane, like some of the things, and that sounds familiar to me. I also watched that channel. Yeah, it's very interesting. I saw that channel when I was going through all the channels of what I wanted to kind of show, and it is really cool. It's very cool. That's awesome. There's a town out here called Wonder Valley, and we're kind of part of that town. That's what's so crazy, is where that property is kind of on that town. Yeah, Sierra Gordo, he is awesome. Guy is living the dream of many. Yes. That's the other thing. I would love to, do that. You got to have some bucks. I always wonder. There's also a guy that we watch. Sheesh, Mike, I think we were brothers. We were watching yesterday. I forget the guy's name. Wolf and Snort. What's that channel we were watching? Off-Grid something. This guy is in the middle of nowhere, and he was like, I can't believe, no water, no nothing. He uses the rain. He was lucky to buy the silver mine before prices exploded for silver. Wow. Yeah, that's a good thing. Maybe he can still mine for it. I always wonder if there's gold and silver still up over there. That's why I wanted to go into the caves, because some of them, like I said, are outside of the park. They're on this end. And we took we had a razor at the time, and we went up there, because you can't really go up there with a vehicle, obviously, because we got stuck in the sand for hours, and we finally found a tow truck that would come out for a small fortune to get us out. Frugal Off-Grid, that channel is insane. The way the guy built this off-grid house, like, it's just insane. He has no resources, none at all, and he just made it work, and he is completely off-grid. So he must have some sort of, because he's doing YouTube, right? So there's got to be something that he has. I think a generator, maybe. I'm not sure, but very cool channel. And I was just amazed how he gets his water and he purifies it. And, he's got like pigs on his land. And let's see what it says. Was Sierra Gordo, it was sad when the original hotel burned down, but it's awesome that he's rebuilding it. Oh, wow. He talks about that. They cleaned out most of the silver pretty good. Yeah, obviously. But he did find a part that maybe isn't empty. He had some silver recovered from ore he took. Very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, I always, like I said, wanted to go into the caves. If you go to that episode, you'll see some of the caves, and I was almost tempted, but because of the snakes and things like that. But there are some guys that went in there. Some of them went to the Lost Horse Mine, which is inside of the Joshua Tree Park. So those mines are all gated. Like, you can't, they're all covered with gates and things like that, so you can't actually go into them. But the ones off like off the national park, you can actually take a razor, you know, your 4x4 or whatever off-road vehicle you have, and you can actually get up to those mines, and it's pretty cool. I love the episode where he goes down into the mines. Yeah, it was amazing to me that some of those mines, like the Lost Horse mine, obviously, since it's in Joshua Tree Park, is preserved. It's like insane. You know, it's back from the 1800s. I can find an old mine in Nevada for a reasonable price. I would buy. Yes, yeah. There's a bunch of them. I heard over 300 in this, like, from Southern California to like past Nevada even. There's hundreds and hundreds of them. So I just am amazed that, you know, they're saying that these mines dried up over here, but you never know. You never know. I don't know. And they go for miles and miles inside. I wanted to go in, like I said, but first of all, the air quality, you couldn't breathe. I know you couldn't breathe. Some of the guys that went in there, and I have video of that, I was like, how are they breathing? You know, in those mines, it's really, you know, I don't know how those guys worked in there back in the 1800s in brutal heat, like brutal heat. Yes, I'm definitely going to buy more old stuff. So a mine might happen. Oh, I'll come visit. I'll come visit. Definitely. I wouldn't mind mining for a little price. I do some like stone collection things, so I go off like this is we have 5 acres, so it goes way out, you know, way out here. So I get on my thick black boots and my long gloves. I'm gonna take my rake out just in case there's you know, any snakes or whatever. And I do go look for some cool stones and some gems and things like that. I've only been able to find a few gems. I found some really amazing rose, 100% rose quartz, which is it's gorgeous. And I went on eBay to see, you know, if it's worth anything. And the little piece I had was worth $24, so I was happy about that. Let's see, once we get the heavy equipment for the property, we might have to get a mine. LOL, looking at auctions for cheap. Yeah, we were looking too, Cali 14. We were looking. The one that we had our eye on actually fell through because it actually needed severe work to do it. So, and it only had one attachment to it, so we decided not to go with that one. So, but we are still looking. We're definitely looking to see, you know, what is the best one to buy. If you have any suggestions, let us know. You can email me on my email if you find something good, because we're definitely looking. And the one that we wanted was just not worth it. So it needed a lot of work, and it was still pricey. It was still expensive, and it only had one like bucket to it, so it couldn't do some of the things we wanted it to do. So when my husband went to go look at it, it was like, oh my goodness, no. So we'll see. We're still kind of looking, because we would like to do some work here out in the yard, obviously, to fix these massive holes that we have in our property from the damage of the storms that come in. Good morning, Demoose. So we had these massive see, my mic would have been great for this. These holes at the storms, and they're getting worse. They're definitely getting worse. So we wanted to kind of fix the property on that. And how are you, Demoose? How is everything going? Hopefully it's cool where you are and not 120 degrees. But I did end up coming out yesterday early in the morning, and I ended up getting some cool stuff I found. And they always say, oh, is that gold? Is that gold? You know, but it's not. It's, you know, just really cool stones that I found. But when they're actually polished, they look beautiful. They're gorgeous. This one's actually a really cool, different color got a lot of, I don't know if that's copper or what it is, but so I did find some neat stuff out there. And I think I am gonna do my desert living in glow paint. Someone commented saying, I love your little rock projects, and I was explaining how the gold paint didn't work, and they said, why don't you use glow in the dark? And I'm like, oh, it's such a good idea. So I think I'm gonna do glow in the dark, and then I'm gonna do a UFO over here, or do a little, then I'll probably do an alien form over here. I have enough of these stones, these white stones, because I go out and pick them all the time. These are white quartz. So these are the white quartz that I go to look for. And some of them are really beautiful. Some of them are really, really, really nice. And they're just really pretty. So I go look for these, and then I will make some really cool. That was you? Okay. Yes, yes. I was like, it was either Tommy, it was either the milkman's kid. Yes, hello, good morning. Yes, thank you for that. I am definitely going to do that. And I'm going to make this look so cool because I'm going to do alien stuff. And then I'm definitely going to get the glow in the dark. That was a great idea, because the paint that I got, I think I showed you this, and it just didn't, you can't really see it. It doesn't glow. Like, even with the sun blaring on it, there's no glow. So, so I'm gonna do the, yes, that was a great idea. Thank you for that. So I am gonna get the glow in the dark, and then I'm gonna do some other crazy forms all along. Like, I want to make this really cool looking, and I know the drones from above can you know, see all that stuff. So, but yeah, look how stormy it got just in the little time I've been out here. So they have been doing something, because you can see the wispiness. Those are not natural clouds. So guys, someone's gonna get a storm today. Someone in the middle of the United States. We'll get something. Let's see. Hello. Looking forward. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have fun with this. This is gonna be great. That was a great idea. It was a really good idea. I loved it. I'm like gonna do all kinds of fun stuff. So spaceship and aliens and maybe some like stars and maybe the moon. Yeah, because I have a bunch of these around the area in the 5 acres, you know, out here. There's a lot of those white quartz out there. So I will absolutely start doing some fun stuff once it starts cooling down a little bit. I did that desert living and it was 102 out that day. So it was a lot. I was dead. I was like so overheated, and I had to like jump in the shower real quick to cool down. But the problem is that, you know, it's hot, right? When your cold water is hot water. It's not cold. There's no relief. There's just no, you know, there's no cold water here. So it kind of stinks that you can't, you know, cool off in any cold water. So, but yeah, that's the only thing. I hate brushing my teeth with freaking hot water. So anyway, that's the only thing I don't like. I like the cold water. So I usually go over to, we have a, you know, one of those water tank bubblers in the house, and I usually go over there and grab some cold water and brush my teeth with it, because I cannot stand hot water, especially brushing my teeth. But anyway, yeah, hopefully the storms stay over. Look at the clouds over there on that side. And the wind is definitely picking up. Again, I had this amazing mic. Oh, so mad I couldn't get it connected, because I had it all working yesterday. It said it was connected this morning, and I could be out here in 70-mile-an-hour winds and still do my my lives, and that's why we got it, because I've had to cancel some of these. But yeah, it's blowing a little bit. My little windmill's going. So thank God for this thing. But yeah, I had some issues connecting this morning, so I had to disconnect it and just go with what I had. But hopefully, it's weird because I had it connected yesterday. I did a YouTube, unlisted outdoor to test it, and it worked great. And for some reason, it just didn't connect today. It said it was all connected, but it didn't. My luck. But yeah, so it has been really, really hot. I'm hoping, it's going to be August, so we're still looking at, 115, 117 degree weather here. But again, we're inside a lot doing our projects indoors. We want to paint inside, and every couple of years we spruce the place up, do the windows, make sure they're all good. But yeah, we did have some, practices out here. If you connect it premature, it times out. I had it connected way before I went. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, I had it connected. I was out here with the dogs, and because it did say it was connected, I checked it all. But I also did check if it was, because it turns a different color when it's connected. It's green or blue when it's blue when it's trying to connect, and it's green when it's on, and it was green. So I don't know. I'll have to, I guess I won't connect until I'm ready to go next time. But I was out here for like a half hour with the dogs so that they can enjoy some of this, because they can't come out here. Their little paws are so dry, and the heat when they walk on the ground is just really bad. So but yeah, woof and snort, that's I think is what happened. I think I connected everything too early. I get so excited to come out here. I'm out here with my my gimbal, and well, I think this is DJI too. Yeah. And I come out here and I just hang out and just look, because I don't get to spend a lot of time out here. I can't wait for my vacation coming up in November. It's still far away, but still looking forward to it. But definitely wind is gonna pick up today. But yeah, that's probably what happened. No coyotes I haven't seen. Last week we did see one out there, little baby one it looked like. So, and we watched to see if it was was with a mama or something, but it wasn't. We just saw it just by itself. So I don't know. It was a little small one, and yeah, it was weird. Usually you see them kind of in packs, walking a few 100 feet from each other, but this guy was alone. I don't know. And yeah, but very peaceful still. Love it here. Just love the peace and quiet. Really, really nice. And the military base has been quiet except for today. They were out there this morning doing their practices. Last night we saw them flying their helicopters, out here. So they were doing something out there. But other than that, it's been really quiet here. It's probably because the winds have been so... Oh, there's a bomb. There's a bomb. So they're still out there. I just heard that. I just felt that, actually. Yeah, maybe because the winds have been so bad out here that they haven't been doing a lot of flyovers and things like that. So I'm not sure, but I did hear that one go off. So I'm not sure. They were out here early this morning, but it has been brutally hot, so maybe that's another thing. But they're trained for that. I think they're trained for this type of heat. So, but yeah, it's getting. I'm glad. To be honest, I'm glad it's not blaring sun right now. So I'm really happy about that. It's definitely behind. Oh, there goes another one. Wow, that's crazy. I wonder if they're on this side. Sometimes they do their practices on this side and sometimes on the other side. But that one was really loud. Yeah, they're definitely out there today. Still here doing morning chores. Oh, great. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, High Plains. That's awesome. Yeah, sometimes they do their practices on this side, and I can see the little smokestacks come up. You know, the mushroom clouds from their bombs, but I don't see them. They must be on the other side of the mountain. Although that was like, I felt that one. Is that? Oh, I wish you guys could see this. I'm usually out there on the fence with my binoculars, watching watching it all go down. So, but I'll get out there in a little bit and see. Since it's nice and cloudy, um, I'll see what they're up to. And yeah, usually I can hear the gunfire. Definitely, you definitely hear the automatic rounds go off. Oh yeah, I do see the smoke cloud. Okay, the mushroom cloud out there. I do see it. Yeah, they're on this side. I can see it on this side of the mountain. So they have a couple of barracks out here on this side, and then the full entire base is on the other side. So, but yeah, they're doing something out there. But it has been quiet. It has been really quiet over there. And thank God, because they do, when they start their practices, it's like nonstop, and it can go till late at night, which is cool because we sit and hang out like in the, you know, fall time. We chill out on the couch over there. We have the fire going on over here, and we'll be sitting here. And then in the middle part is where they do all their insane practices. It's pretty cool to watch. So, yeah, I could totally hear that. And too bad I didn't have my mic because I'm wondering if that could actually pick that up. Just see. Oh, damn. Yeah, they're going at it. Crazy. Oh, I gotta get my binoculars out. Because you can actually see stuff going on down there. I don't know if they like that too much because there's lookout towers on the top of these mountains here. So, but I like to watch it. I don't know. Geek like that. Like all that stuff. So, but yeah, so nothing much else going on. Probably take a little time this week to focus on the channel and a little restructuring and you know, do some maintenance. And I just did my banners the other couple weeks ago, so those are done, but kind of want to do some other things. And let's see, have you ever been flooded out? You want to see high plains? I'll show you real quick. Yes, many times. And these storms that come through, this is what they do. There's so much flooding, I can't even get to the property sometimes, but this is the damage from the storms. So this is one, which is why we were going to get the backhoe and excavator. This is the other. We have many others. And you can see the rain, how it trickled. So when these storms come in, they're insane. They're insane. And yes, everything is flooded. The streets, like I can't get in the normal way I usually do. I have to go all the way, like miles, and come in the back road. So there's a back road here, which is a trail road for, you know, off-road vehicles. And so I enter like a few miles down the road because it's a little solid. So there's some really expensive like spas out here, like spas that like Hollywood stars would go to. And on those roads, of course, they're maintained. Not fully maintained. They're still dirt roads, but they are passable. So, and they're a few miles down. And so I come in the back way, which is this way over here. Our house sits on a mound and an incline. So around us gets flooded, right? But it's not, yeah, our house doesn't, no, but the damage it does. So this is the road, because our house, the road to our house will definitely, because it's so unmaintained. And in that episode 15, you can tell I have like the road that we travel. So this road here isn't too bad, but you can see like the damage it's even done right there. you know. So I come in from miles, like where those mountains are, and I come on the back roads, and I come in through this way. So I come this way and around, you know, to this fence. Usually I come up the regular road, but it's all flooded when these storms come in. Wow, I can hear that gunfire. So they're all flooded out here, and I'm not able to enter through the normal passage, which is this road out here, but not our house. We actually, before we bought the house, we hired a drone company. We had our realtor hire a drone company and do an overview of the house before we bought it, because we didn't want to buy in a flood zone or anything like that. We didn't know. So, but all around us are washouts and, you know, areas that do flood, but particularly here, no. And it's weird because sometimes the storms will hit every place except this house. So it doesn't really, every once in a while, like the storm will stop like, I don't know, 100 feet from here. And it's weird. You know, this house barely gets any rain, but when it does, it can, you know, do some damage, but no flooding. So it's kind of strange. Everybody else gets, you know, a really heavy rain. And I've driven home where we've all had to pull off the road because the flooding, they're flash floods, so you can't drive in it. I mean, it literally comes up to your door. And I've driven home in that, and the winds, and it's not fun, but it's scary. So you have to pull off to the side of the road to the storm ends, and it's still, you got to be careful. You're driving, 10 miles an hour, and I live 2.5 hours away. So when that happens, it's about a 5.5 hour drive to do, 100 miles. I'm about 100 miles from here in the city. So it's not a fun drive, but I've been through many of those. And sometimes I'm like, why did I even leave? But yeah, we don't get flooded. The house does not get flooded, which is good. But around us definitely does, like the roads. Our roads are severely bad, like to get here. Thank God we have trucks and things like that. And when we bought the house, we actually bought the trucks at the same time, because we had, actually we had a 4Runner or RAV4, and it was a 4-wheel drive. But this used to be our entrance, and we used to get stuck all the time out here because it's soft sand. So we closed this up. We had some excavating company come in and build a new road for us to get in this other entrance, which definitely helped. Because when we went to those gold mines and get stuck out there for hours in the dead of heat, it was even in the springtime, but it was like 103 degrees. It was really hot, and I was getting really scared because it was a Sunday. There were no tow trucks open. There was one place, and they were like, what the hell are you guys doing out there? And they didn't want to come out. Unfortunately, got to go. Okay, bye, the Milkman's kid. Thank you. I always enjoy the stream. Thank you so much. Looking forward to the next one. See you soon. Bye. Take care. Have a good Sunday. Yeah, they're like, what are you guys doing out here? And they were the only ones that were willing to come out for a small fortune. So we paid the price and learned our lesson. We learned a lot of lessons out here. So that's how you learn, right? You just, this was definitely an experience. Even building the house was an experience. I have, videos and stories. I could write a book. Wish I had time. And we've seen some really cool things. And some of the stories of the history out here are really cool to know too. So very interesting things. And I love to go to these like abandoned houses. So I did a video on that house over there. It's interesting because that house still has like all the hookups. Like the sink is still there, the stove is still there, the water hookups are still there. Everything is, pots and pans are in there. They had, 2 outhouses, really cool. So I like doing stuff like that too, which I'll probably do some coverage. I want to go to Joshua Tree definitely when I'm on vacation because there's some stories in there that are freaky, like these big boulders that move on their own. I think it's magnetic, of course, it has to be. And it shows actually in the sand, like the movement like of the rock. It's pretty interesting. So I want to go see things like that. They're claiming it's, I don't know, UFO activity, but it's obviously not that. I think it's, magnetic forces. I think that's going on with that. But who knows? Some of the stories I've read could be true, could not be true. I don't know. It's pretty interesting. But we do see some crazy drones from the military and think, oh my God, is that a UFO? But we realize that it's not, and because we see them go back towards the military. They're always doing their exercises out here, which is pretty cool. So but I think I am going to head in for the day and do the things I need to do before I get on the road. I thank everyone for stopping in and joining, and I hope you guys all have a really good rest of the Sunday. I know it's still early, so go out and enjoy yourselves, and hopefully it's not too hot where you guys are, and you can oh, you're welcome, guys. You can enjoy it, and good luck, High Plains. I'll see you guys later. Have a great rest of the Sunday. Take care. A little bit early today. Hopefully you can hear. It's windy today, so we are just gonna get this started because I really have been wanting to do this live and I haven't been able to. But welcome to the Mojave Desert, California. Let's get this in the right angle here. And we are cloudy today, yay. Beautiful clouds, beautiful. And the sun is coming up, trying to right over that ridge over. So yes, it's gonna be, looks like a stormy day, although around noontime it will start to clear up. The sky will start to clear up. But we came out super early because we haven't been able to have a fire. Hey, Work Play Live TV. Hello, welcome. Welcome to Mojave Desert, California. Again, I had to start this a little early today due to the severe winds we've been having. I had to cancel last week, so I'm hoping you guys can hear. Let me know when you can't. But I was doing a live last Thursday night and the winds were like 70 miles an hour. And my husband had to run out. He's like, I gotta go. It's the trees are coming out. So this is one of the trees. He had to run out and kind of like, you can see all the wiring, all the rope that he had to tie up because it kind of fell over. So it's been really, really super windy, but and they're kind of top, the leaves are mostly on the top. So, but he did get it all tied up. He got this, he's got the board tied to it, which is good. We definitely needed that. So, but it is hopefully going to stay this way because it has been brutally hot. Hey, AI, welcome in. But gorgeous sky. I love these clouds. Nice and fluffy, natural, not man-made, very natural clouds. It does look a little stormy, so we'll see what happens. Usually the storms come from that way, so hopefully there's no flash flooding when the storms come. But it says, it has been really hot, 120 degrees, very warm this week. Still kind of 110, but yesterday I think the high was 103. So we got a little break in the weather. So 103 was a high yesterday. I think Friday was 108. And today, right now it's about 90. So it's still, it's still warm, but it's not 120 like it was. Workplay TV, I think you're in Canada, if I'm correct. I'm wondering what the weather is like over there. If it's brutally hot usually. Hey, Mrs. G. Yes, my outdoor. This is my home. This is my off-grid, my homestead. I have 5 acres here in the Mojave. That out there is the 29 Palms military base. So a lot of practices were going on, a couple weeks. So there, I feel all of it. And it's cool because we do get to watch it. I do have some video I'm going to be putting out. But you guys can see the sun trying to rise over that mountain over there. Henhouse, good morning. Hello, welcome in. Yeah, I had to start this early because I could see the winds picking up, and I had to cancel the last 2 weeks because it has been literally 50 to 70 miles. So the regular wind, the normal wind, miles per hour is 30, but when the gusts come, they're 50 to 70. So we are having wildfire smoke in Toronto. Oh, is that what we saw? We saw something on YouTube last night. We watched this channel, Mr. MRBB or something, and he showed this massive smoke cover. It was insane. So I was like, oh my God, that's awful. I didn't know what it was. But yeah, we've had so I did a live last week, and I had a wildfire 2 miles from my house. So there was yes, that guy, you watch a lot of my stuff. We got a lot in common. Yes, do you watch that, Henhouse? He's got an interesting channel, actually. He shows a lot of crazy stuff, and so my poor across the world, that was not, that was not natural. That was definitely man-made. So wanted to show everyone, I've been working on a little project here. It's still a work in progress, but trying to find the right glitter paint. So I did this, I've been collecting these. I go out beyond the fence because I have 5 acres out here. Yes, I also watch a guy called Judson who covers earthquakes and Ben over at Suspicious Observers. I would love that channel. But I did this, I collect these beautiful, they're white quartz, and they're all over Joshua Tree and the Mojave. And they're these beautiful white quartz. So I decided to do my channel name in the sand, put a little short out. It was brutally hot doing this, so I suffered. But I tried getting some gold paint, gold glitter, but the paint was clear with glitter, so it wasn't actually gold paint. So it didn't come out the way I wanted. I'm also thinking of putting some little lights, tea lights, so that it shows up from the sky. Because we have a lot of drones that fly over here. Obviously the military, because that's all the military back there. Hey, don't step on the rocks. Come on, come here, Boozy. They're not set yet. I had to. So once you add water to this sand, this desert sand, it turns into clay. So I'm trying to, love that, Nina, very creative. Now you have your name in lights. Yeah, that's funny, that's great. Hey, I'm gonna use that. That's great. Yeah, so I am gonna try to fix it up a little bit and maybe add a 2.0 there because I have my second channel. I don't know, we'll see. But it's been like I said, really hot. I did this in 109-degree weather, so it was hot. But I was saying, once you add water to this type of sand here in the desert, it turns into clay. So it hardens like clay and you can't move anything. I actually did it to hold this umbrella up. That's what I did. I dug a hole, I added water, and of course I have some rocks just in case to hold it up, but this thing will never move. Like it will not move. It's, really sturdy. So that's what I was trying to do to my little rocks over there that I was playing with. So I have 5 acres going out that way. Most of it's on this side here, and then I have some going on that side there. They're actually building something over there on their land. I don't know what they're building, but they also started building. They restored these 2 little houses over here. You can see there's some workers over there at that one. I don't know if you can see, but so these 2 little gray houses, and they're up for sale, and they are a fortune. So there's one there, and then there's one over there, and then this dude's building something. I don't know. I see a cement what do you call it? Foundation. Yeah. So hopefully, I think both those houses are like 300,000 to 400,000. So it's pretty pricey out here, but you can see how beautiful. Like the sun is trying to come. It will too. It will start to come out. So I wanted to get this done early. And my little girl is obviously out hunting. She's hunting for her lizards, and got to keep an eye on her because she gets in trouble and she tries to look. Oh, we're doing our little watering system right now. So this is our irrigation. We have it going all the way around everywhere to all our plants, even out there, even outside of the property. And you can kind of see all of that on the front. But yeah, it is starting to get windy. So and a little stormy. Hopefully it doesn't get any worse, because I drive in this weather, and sometimes driving when I'm going through Desert Springs, it's brutal over there. It's like that's where all the windmills are, and it is like really rough driving through there when it's stormy. But our weather station, those little windmills are going cranking. You can see the trees are looking good. Thank you. Yes, look at these. Those are little babies at the time. They were like nothing. They were tiny little things, and those 2 are doing great. Okay, we can't keep the door open. Okay, we have the air conditioning on. Oh my goodness. So he'll just go in and out whenever he wants. When your back is to the wind, we can hear you better. Okay, well the wind is blowing all over, so but yeah, our little windmill is going a little crazy up there. So, but the trees are growing beautiful, especially those out front right there. They're starting to really, really pick up. Yeah, keep that air. Yes, our electric bill was like $600 a month, so it's crazy. It's not, it's not cheap out here. So it's pretty expensive for the electric, but we have all kinds of stuff running on that. So wow, I have some fruit trees I got this year. I plan on getting in the ground this fall here in Texas. Yeah. So that's when we kind of built in the spring, right? When it was cooler. I think it was around March, April that we did these. But look at that view. That's gorgeous. Oh, the sun is just just so beautiful. Yeah, so we did ours early, and these guys were little. They were tiny. And in 1 year, they grew. I missed it. The clouds are beautiful. When was the last time? Oh goodness, the last time it rained. I have it on a live too. A couple of months ago, I think. But when it rains here, Mrs. G, it is flash floods. It's not like a typical rain. It's massive amounts of water, like rain, out of really quick time. The winds are, 60 miles an hour, so the rain pelts. It's you can't see, you can't drive, you can't do anything. It's really kind of vicious. Months, yeah, it's been a few months anyway, maybe even longer than that. But that the flash floods, they cause this damage to our land because it's so vicious when it rains here. You can kind of see, like this actually, it made like really bad, like caves. That's how bad it rained. Too, we still haven't fixed it, and this was months ago, so it made these like really bad, divots in the, like, basically holes in the sand. But and we haven't done any target practicing lately. We've been kind of staying in. It's too hot out, so we just been inside most of the time. So wow, that is definitely desert. Yes. Yeah, so the house, thank God, when we tore it down and rebuilt it, we kept it kind of the same color when we, put up the siding on it. And but all the windows are, specially treated. They're specially, designed to handle the heat and this type of desert weather. All right, buddy, if you're gonna stay in, stay in. He's just comes and goes whenever he wants. We can't keep the doors open, bud. So yeah, so all the windows were, specially made for the house. When we first bought the house, the windows were like melted into the house. It was insane. The house had been sitting for a long time, but yeah, it is. It's I love it here. I can't wait to retire here. I just can't wait. I just love the peace, the quiet. The only excitement we really get out here is when the military does their practices and their flyovers, which is really cool. But all this here is ours, all that. And then the rest is government owned land, so no one can build on it, which is really, really nice. I love that. So, but we do have everything. We have we're painting right now, so we took a lot of the cameras down. The house needed a paint job really bad. So we did take a lot of the cameras down right now. And until we're done, we're actually going to be done this week, but it is gorgeous here. It's beautiful. And then on that side is all the gold mines. I can't wait to show on Monday night's podcast. Tomorrow night, I have all the history of the gold mines out here in Joshua Tree. So I live above that, on top of that mountain. It's one of the ones that I visited, and it was really cool. I have some great pictures and video. So I wanted to show that on my podcast. So yeah, so at first it was totally off grid. We had nothing. We had no power, no water, no nothing. We had a well, but we couldn't use it, because the house had been sitting for years. So the well needed to be treated, and we literally had when we tore this down, we were living in it with like nothing. We had no walls, no nothing. It was all tarps that covered us. So we lived rough for a little while, and then we had the electricity installed, and they came out, and the telephone pole is right over there, and the wire to the house, and we slowly got it on grid. So Cali Fortune, getting a composite that won't melt as easily in vinyl. Yeah. UFOs, Mrs. G, I get that all the time. I get that constantly, UFOs. And someone made a suggestion to call this area 52 because and I gotta be honest, some of the military drones look like UFOs. It's crazy. It's crazy how they look, and they sometimes hover right above us as we're sitting by the fire, and it's kind of creepy. But yeah, it's definitely There's some stories out here that, I don't know if they're true or not. I did cover it in one of my episodes of the podcast of how some campers came out here in Joshua Tree. And now Joshua Trees is like an hour away from here, but I guess the story goes that they were camping. One of the guys got, abducted and all that stuff. So they built this little observatory in Joshua Tree National Park. So you got to go inside the park to get to the observatory. And, with all the telescopes right now, it's mainly to look at the gorgeous skies, because here at night, the skies are amazing. We are right where Art Bell used to live. Oh, no kidding. Yeah. If you're into UFOs, you probably know who he is. It sounds familiar, and I know my husband probably would definitely know because he lives here full time. But it does sound familiar to me. But yeah, it's really beautiful here. I love it here. I can't wait to retire here. A couple more years and I'll be here full time. So I'm looking forward to that. I need to retire already. Midnight in the desert, coast to coast. Yeah. Oh my God. Is that a name? That's a great name. I like that. AM. Oh, coast to coast AM. Yes. Okay. I feel like I've listened to that before. Is that what's his name? Neil something, I think. I forget. Anyway, he covers all UFO stuff, right? Coast to Coast AM, the overnight radio show. Yes. That covers UFOs. Yes. I've listened to him before, actually. So the story goes that, they were out camping in Joshua Tree, and one of the guys got abducted, and he came, back, and he woke his buddy up, and he was like, I got probed. It was this huge story, and I did cover it because it's documented. The story is documented, but whether it's true or not, hey, Devil Dog, good morning. Whether that story is true or not, I'm not sure, but it is a documented story. And they did build an observatory, a very small one, inside of the Joshua Tree National Park because of that story. So, but during certain times of year, like October, November, you can see the galaxies. It's just insane. So we did get a super duper camera that has different lenses on it, and one of the pictures we got of the moon, you can actually see. We got such a close up. I gotta post it. I wish I had time, guys. I wish I had time to do all these videos. But the moon picture we got, you can actually see. Where are the doggies? There's one hunting for lizards. So she'll move these rocks. She moved these huge rocks right here herself. These massive rocks were in an order, and she moved them. That's how, look at her. Oh God. There's one. The other one has been out for like an hour. So he's a little bit bigger, and he gets worn out faster. So I think he's chilling. I can hear him. Yeah, he's in the house. He's inside the house. Yeah, so we're here he comes. You coming? Yeah, so we're kind of redoing some things in the house, so it's kind of a disaster in there right now. Let's see. Crystal Gayle wrote that song, Midnight in the Desert, for about art. Oh, no kidding. Crystal Gayle, that's an oldie. That's an oldie. Hey, Simon, welcome. Yeah, so thank goodness the sun is not blaring on me right now. And like, again, I had to start a little early because the wind is starting to pick up. But it is beautiful. Like, the clouds are just, I love it when the clouds are like this. They're just naturally fluffy and just gorgeous. I mean, just beautiful. I have some great pictures of that too. But as I was saying, we got this really nice camera because we like photography, and we got these shots of the moon one night when it was really bright and close to the earth. And you can actually see the deep craters and some mountains on the moon. It was crazy what we saw. And I got to get that I just got to post that because it was gorgeous. It was just beautiful. Nothing I've ever seen before. So that's what the observatory is for, is to, certain times a year they have little tours and they take you out to Joshua Tree National Park and they take you to the observatory and you get to look at the galaxies, and it's amazing what you can see in the skies, and mostly in the fall, I think. Like I said, October, maybe through December. And then, every night is gorgeous out here. I'm not gonna lie. The only thing, is the drone activity out here is been pretty heavy. But I suspect that they're trying out different drones and they're building different things, and I know the company I work for is very, very busy right now. So I am in aerospace, military aerospace, so we are really, really busy. So I suspect that they're just trying out different drones, and we could see a million satellites, like a ton of satellites. So there's I can't even believe how many satellites are in the. And look at my disaster of a. It actually is not that bad. As soon as I get a color, I'm thinking, I don't know if I'll do red sparkle or do some lights. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but I did it in the 110-degree temperature weather, and it was brutal. It was really rough. But she's out there. Look at her. She's digging. She is definitely looking and hunting. We found a scorpion in the house yesterday, so that was not good. I'm like, I was moving some furniture, and there was a scorpion, and I was like, oh damn! It was a little tiny little baby one. So this is so cool to finally get to see. You're touring your property. Oh, thank you. You're braving the heat. Bless your heart. Yeah, it is. Like I said, we're inside 99% of the time in the summer. There's just no way. There is just absolutely no way that you can, be out here. The problem is that she loves to be outdoors. Like, she could be outdoors 24/7. She just loves to be outdoors. She doesn't want to miss out on any of the action of the lizards, and we've had some scorpions here lately too. Yeah, they're not fun. they're little scary, little scary creatures. Although I did wildlife on your homestead, and the scorpions out here, even though the sting is really bad, the poison isn't enough to kill you, even at the biggest scorpion. So I still would not want to be near one. But they're, at least I know that. So when I did the research on that one, and we did see a coyote last night. It was out there, little, it was actually a baby. It was a little baby one. So I don't know where they all, because usually they got, if you see one, right, you see like a few others, but he was all by himself. So I'm not sure. And we kept an eye out to see if there were any others. So I'm not sure what happened. But he ended up going that way. But we did see a little coyote, and my little one here. I saw a short that said one of your chickens was recovering from oh no. Oh, see, that's the thing about having chickens right in the desert. There was a channel I used to watch, and she actually had a bunch of chickens, and they all died. All of them. Yeah, it was not good. She's about 600 miles from where I am, and it was really sad. Have a lot of coyotes here too. Oh, do you really? Okay. So you must be like way off too, work play. You must be like, off the beaten path there. But it is gorgeous here. I do love it. It's amazing. So, but I'm really grateful that the sun isn't. You're in the city? Really? Interesting. Okay. I think it's, are you in Toronto? I believe it's Toronto that you're in. Yes. On the 4th, I was able to get here good again, but I took a couple days. No vet was working, so I had to make it work. Oh my goodness. I saw Red showing some coyotes on his, oh, no kidding. Oh wow, I had no idea he was doing a morning, oh, his morning lives. Yes, I've been in them in a couple times. I have to wait when I wake up at 2 a.m. He's doing his live, so I try to jump in for a few minutes. Yes, Toronto, but we have a lot of green space. I see. Okay. Yeah. I used to visit Montreal constantly every weekend almost, to go shop there back in the day when the dollar was a lot higher over there. Like where you could, you cash in $1 and you get $1.70. It was really good. So I used to do a lot of shopping. Have you had enough, buddy? Have you burned your eyeballs out from the, from the fire? Oh, you poor thing. He loves to run around the fire. You going in? You had enough? Huh? He ate a lot yesterday, so we're kind of chilling on the food today. We had barbecue yesterday. That was another thing. Barbecuing out here in the 110-degree weather is no fun either. But I still enjoy it because I do, get to. This is where I really hang out, is right here on this beautiful couch we have. It's actually really nice. It's all wicker and got some comfy couches, and we have to cover it to protect it. And then I chill out in my hot tub, and it's like really, really nice here. And we get the lights going at night, so it's a lot of good, good chill, relax. Hey, Boozy, what are you doing over there? Don't ruin my rocks. I worked really hard. Let me go see if I can. Oh no. Those aren't set yet. The mud's not set in those. They're Boozy. What are you digging at? What was there? What did you see there? Huh? Did you ruin it? What were you digging at? Okay, as long as you don't dig at it. Okay? I busted my butt doing that. Too funny. She's looking for lizards. Yes, she is. It's insane. We have them here too. I've seen a coyote that was so big it looked like a freaking wolf. Yes, we have them too. Heck, for all I know, it could have been a wolf. Thankfully, it was a good ways off from where we were walking. Yeah. She has to move. I know, Eddie. I work so hard on that, but she does. Look at what she did up here. She moves. She's so strong. Like when she knows there's something there. And the funny thing, she moved all this wood. Like she moved it out of the way just to get to the lizard. She's a rough one, this one. She's definitely a rough one. She can handle herself. She's vicious sometimes. She has no fear, and that's what scares me about it. But look at her. She's on the hunt. See? She's always on the hunt. And that's the thing I feel bad about, because she could stay out here, like I said, all day long. Like she scratches to go out, and it's too hot. It's 120 degrees. I can't let her out. Oh, she heard something. So I do go, I let her out for 5 minutes, and then she actually is ready to come back in after like 5 minutes. She's like, okay, it is hot, mama. It's hot enough. So I got you. I'm going to come in. But yeah, the Taurus actually, I don't know. These Taurus are kind of strange. They flower and then they don't flower and then they flower all times of the year. It's strange. Because it looks like, because they were just full like last week and now they're kind of like not. What do you see? What is it? What do you see? Where did it go? Where did it go? Did it go over there? It's over there. Who is he? I love it. I love the way she just, be careful, those are prickly. Be careful, Boozy. Be careful. It's not in there, okay? Okay? She is just captivated. Look at her. She's just, be careful. Those are prickly ones. You get stuck, okay? All right. There's these little things that grow out of the ground too that we found. And they're little red, prickly, nasty little things that they step on. And if I could find them, I try to pick them all off because they were stepping on them. And this was the first year actually that I saw these little things. And they're little red. We still don't know the name. We try to look it up to see what they were, but someone in the chat told us that there were a certain type of something, but we looked it up and it wasn't that. So I don't know if I pretty much went through the property and tried to pick them all because they step on them, and they're these little tiny, they hurt too, because I tried to pick one up and it stabbed me, and I feel like they have poisonous stuff on their little branches. So, oh, here's one right here. It's a tiny baby one, but you can see the red. See that red thing right there? That prickly red thing? That's what they step on. So that's not good. Yeah, so hey Amy, good morning. Chris Lee, good morning. Yeah, so I go through the property and try to, there's a lot of stuff out here that we gotta keep an eye out on them, especially the snake thing. I'm still traumatized over that. I still have not gotten over that. I could talk about that on and on and on. But yeah, that was not a good thing. Hey, High Plains, welcome all. Amy, welcome. Yeah, so those little red things, I go through the property and look at our fertilizer. Guess what that is, guys? That's our fertilizer for the plants. So we don't waste anything. But anyway, it's beautiful out here, and like I said, the skies, look at that. It's just so gorgeous. It's just really beautiful. So and we did do the Joshua Tree Drive one day, and it is amazing in there. It's like really amazing, and that's where the UFO thing comes into play. There's all kinds of weird things in that Joshua Tree. Some of the stones in there, and that were just like found one day in there. It's crazy stories. But tomorrow in my podcast, I'm going to cover all the gold mines that we went to. So actually one in particular that we went to that I have photos of and video. So that'll be cool, because I love the history here. I didn't realize all the history here. There's so much history. A lot of it bad, but a lot of it amazing too. So I will be doing that. And I have some actual pictures of some of the holes in the, oh, look, it's raining over there. Oh yeah, it's gonna come here. That's where all the storms come from, is this side here. So you can tell that's the military side over there. And that's, stay away from there. Boozy, that's where the snake bit her right here. This is where she got it. Blue, you stay over here. Come over here. No, come over here. Boozy, over here. Come on. There's a huge hole under here, so I don't like her. And look, we have traps. What do you think those traps are for? We have a lot of field mice and desert rats and all kinds of little critters. But I feel bad because this is their home too. This is where they live. So, we're kind of invading on their space. So I try to be cautious of, this is their home. This is their desert. I don't like it. But when they start eating, so my last episode, the wildlife, the rabbits out here, they'll eat our water lines. I talked about this. And these water lines are not cheap, and they're thick. They're very thick. But we have had to replace so many of these water lines because we have them on the outside of the property, and they're kind of expensive. So, you know, the wildlife out here can really damage your stuff, and it's not cheap. And we had a kangaroo rat eat my electrical in my car, and all kinds of stuff has happened. The memories, I could write a book about all the stuff that, you know, we've been through out here. But it's finally nice. And why are they not underground? You know, that's a good question. We did actually, you know, when the wind comes through, it does cover a lot of it. But Simon, we have it all the way. I mean, we'd be digging, and actually, that's a good question because we are looking at a little excavator. We're looking at right now. We're looking to buy, so to do some work, but there's too much of it to. You know, maybe in the winter we might do that, but that's a good. But we do have a lot of it now. Now, since like they've been eating through it, we have it up on the fence now. So we have a lot of it here because those little rabbits, I shouldn't say little, they're massive, they're huge. Got to preserve your things. Pests go by. That's right. That is right. That is true. It is true. As much as I love animals, it doesn't matter. I just love the wildlife, and I don't want to, you know, I don't want to kill anything. But oh, it is a birdie. But yeah, a 22. Yes, yes. And we have used. We have several. I actually have the 22 at my apartment just in case. But we have all kinds of. We have several different firearms here. So. Hence the target practice that we do a lot. But I did only the rabbits eat the water lines. Yeah. How hard is it to dig there? Is the ground? Yes, it's hard. It's stone. It's like hard as rock. And then, like I said, when the rain comes, it's like clay. Like everything hardens. And that's why I was wetting my desert living sign that I did with the rocks, because I was trying to get the clay to develop. Because once the clay develops, those rocks will never move. They'll stay there for good. Pack rats will eat everything in a car. Yeah, it was. That pack rat made a home. He made a home so good that he made it all the way back to San Diego. This is when I was living to San Diego. I was driving back and my car started to die out on the highway, and I brought it to the dealership right away, and I pull up and the technician is like, wait, listen, stop, listen. And we heard the squeaking. And he's like, there's a mouse or a rat or something. And the freaking thing made it all the way back to San Diego, all the way to the dealership. And I don't know what they did with it, but they serviced the truck, obviously. They had to deal with this rat or mouse or whatever it was. I didn't ask the technician what they did with it because I didn't want to know. But it did about, a few $1,000s worth of damage. So that was not good. But we were all in shock. Like the guy was like, I have to get video of this because this has never happened before. So I brought it to the Ford dealership because I have a Ford Ranger. And oh, look at the rain over there. And he was like, I have never seen this in my life. And I'm like, of course not. Only me. So anyway, that was, we've suffered some huge expense over the wildlife out here. So, but we've learned our lesson. And now when I take my truck here, our land is 40% sand, 30% rock wash, and 50% volcanic. Yeah, I do have a lot of, oh my God, that's a lot of damage at pesty. Yeah, I could not believe it. It was not good. And I was so afraid of breaking down. I do a AAA and all that stuff, but single girl breaking down on the highway in the middle of the night is not a good thing. So, So it was just amazing. He's like, I have never seen this in my lifetime. Like, a rat, making it a 4 hour drive to back to San Diego. So, but yeah, we do have a lot of volcanic rock, and I have some here because I collect stones. Let's see if I can get this to work here. Okay. All right. So I have some stones, and this is kind of like the volcanic right here. Uh, and we find these like everywhere. Like I have some, like you could see like some of the craters. And I love collecting that stuff. And then I love collecting, I go off and I collect kind of like these clear, once they're polished, they look like glass. It's really crazy. And I have some gold ones. And they're really pretty. And there's a store in Joshua Tree that sells like all these kind of really cool rocks and stones, and some of them are actually what I have. So I feel kind of fortunate that I, can find these. But I go off for miles out there. Of course, I have my big high boots on. I bought these high leather biker boots, and I have my rake out there because there's snakes. And my heavy gloves, and so I only do that when it's not hot out, obviously. But you need to connect with some of the rock tumbler streamers. Kelly Fortune, I did when I first moved here, because that was my thing. That was my hobby when I first moved here. Was I loved all the stones and the rocks and the just beautiful, beautiful stuff out here. And I did find a community. I worked so much that I wasn't able to do a lot of their excursions that they would go, because they would go to Vegas, they would go everywhere. So, but and they weren't cheap. They were like thousands of dollars to go. So I said, I got it on here. I got a bunch of that, that stuff here if I dig enough. But I can actually hear some thunder. So it's gonna come this way, and we buckle down when the wind starts and the rain, because it does look like it's raining in certain areas over there. But over here it's weird, because look guys, it's clear as day and the sun is even out on this side. So it's kind of crazy, the weather here. It can change in like an instant. So hence we have the weather station to kind of show us what's good. We have a big display inside the house. It's a really neat thing to have if you're living off grid or you have a homestead that's really far away. We're far away from, we're about an hour and 15 minutes from any civilization. So we kind of get to see. I saw some the other day, we're buying pallets of rocks. Yeah. I was thinking, so I went on eBay because I have some pieces in my house that I have on a Sure. Thank you so much for joining. Um, And enjoy your breakfast. It's super early here too. I had to start a little early because of the wind. I thought it was going to get out of control, but oh, here comes the sun. Here it comes. Yeah, usually around this noon. It's usually around noontime. It comes out. It's a little early now for that, but gorgeous out here. It's just amazingly beautiful. So, thank you, Mrs. G. Thank you. Enjoy. Yeah, it's gonna start getting, here it comes. It's gonna start baking out here, so it's gonna get super hot, but it still looks really stormy on that side. It's kind of strange. I love it out here because everything's a mystery all the time. It is. It's just kind of crazy that, it's raining over there, it's super sunny over here, so, but it is starting to break. The sun is starting to come out. But it does look really, really stormy over there. But it looks like my drive home will be okay because it's sunny on that side. And it looks like it's sunny for a while. So I think I should be good. And I do have a truck, which does help with the drive. So it's, thank God I have that because some of the flash flooding that happens while you're driving is really dangerous. It's not good. But yeah, the sun is coming out. So again, it's hot when your cold water is hot. That's when the temperatures are, have been 120 for the last, month. When you try to get some cold water and it's hot, that's not, that's the only thing about being out here is you have no cold water in the summer. So, it's a little crazy with that. You try to get, refreshing cold water and you turn on the cold water and it's like hot water. So that's the only other thing. But yeah, gorgeous out here. Love it. I have some vacation time. I always take a lot of vacation time at the end of the year. So I have a week in November for Thanksgiving and then I have a few weeks at the end of the year. So those are usually my set vacation weeks that I take. I love it at that time of year here because it's perfect weather. It's just my time that I love to have here. So, yes, we are so rural. Our town operated on 4 wells. And in the summer, the tap water is hot, even if you have the cold on. That's the only thing I hate. Because we have well too. We have well water. That's our well right there. And there's just no relief. Like, thank God we have this massive air conditioning unit. Now, that was one thing I said. I don't care how. This air conditioner could probably cool off a mini factory. So, got to get ready to go garden. Oh, go have a great day. Thank you for joining. Have fun in nature. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your gardening. Thank you. Yeah, the views are gorgeous. Thank you. Enjoy your day. Hopefully it's not too blazing hot out there, but thank you for joining. Yeah, I said install an air conditioner, please. That can, hey, DeBoos, welcome. Give me an air conditioner that can, cool off a mini factory. So that's what we did. And that's why our bill is so expensive during the summer months. Although we do have a heating system also through that same system. So yeah, California is a very expensive place to live. I'm not crazy about the state itself, but I am in love with this property. I am just in love. We could have gone anywhere in the world. We could have built our house anywhere we wanted. But I just loved it here. I love the ocean too. We were looking at the ocean, in Carlsbad and around there. But we used to vacation up here in 29 Palms all the time, and it was just so beautiful. It's just majestical. And since you're getting it back, are you thinking about doing geothermal cooling, 8 feet deep trench, 100 you or so with either water or air circulation. You got some really good. Are you a are you a contractor? You got some great ideas. We're thinking about doing a lot of different things. So we've got some few things that we'd like to do. Some projects that we would like to do, and that's why we're looking, at getting this piece of equipment. So, uh, we hired a crew to do all this digging for us, and it was really expensive. It was extremely expensive to do that. So we're better off just buying something, and we found something used, but really good. And we're still working with the guy right now. So we actually had like a mechanic go out and look at it, so we'll see. LOL, no, but I come from a DIY family of engineers. There you go. Yes, I know you have a lot of experience with all that stuff because the past lives you've been on. I'm very impressed with your background. So yeah, so no, we definitely have a few. We have some land out there we're thinking about doing some stuff with, and I don't know. We do want to do some more planting too, so we want to buy some really big trees. So we're thinking about getting it for that. And but that's a great idea. That is a really really good idea. So we'll see what happens. I hope we get it. I hope it's small enough. It's a one man. It's for one person, and it's not a huge thing. So and obviously my husband's here, full time, so he would be. Although I'm kind of looking like, hey, let me get in that thing. I've done a lot of research since we have similar properties as yours, but in Nevada. Okay, okay, yeah. Yeah, yeah, Nevada is very similar to what we have. We're only a few hours away from each other, so um, yeah, yeah. My husband. That's all we have on our YouTube feed now. I guess YouTube did fix that problem with the feeds, because once I cleared my watch list of all the crap that was in it, my regular feed started coming back. So whatever they were doing a few weeks ago, I did a Thursday night live on it. I was so mad. My feed was all messed up. It was loaded with kind of stuff I would never watch, but I
to grow my channel to like 325.
kind of researched it and figured it out, and now it's
themselves now by going to support other people.
It's all fixed. But yeah, we have a lot of those videos right.
These are my magnolia
People and networking through other people.
Now on our um few weeks ago. I did a Thursday night live on it. I was so mad. My feed was all messed up. It was loaded with kind of stuff I would never watch, but I kind of
So for
researched it and figured it out, and now it's all
I got over like 600 watch hours now. So I'm I'm on the right path. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. And to keep on the topic, I was just getting into it. I was talking about when you forgive somebody, how most people I've seen throughout my life, at least this is my experience, a lot of people keep them people around that they done forgave or did stuff to them. Yep, 325 now. Try to do that every Thursday. Okay. Are you talking about going live at like in the middle of the night? Or like going to support other people?
Very hot. Just
What up,
taking a walk
Sarah?
around. Good morning, Orphan
St.
Store.
Louis
Good
is
morning,
in
AI.
here.
Good morning, AI. Good morning.
I think I heard some tires
Hard to
screeching
see.
and
The
some
sun
pow
is so
pow.
bright.
Cause St. Louis is
Good
in.
morning. Happy
Let me
Sunday.
stop.
He's got our little
Have
guy
to
out
go from my
here.
hood
We got woken up by really heavy bombing this morning. Heavy bombing. And they're still going at it, but beautiful hot day. Gorgeous hot day. It was 115 yesterday, so I'm expecting it to be, I think the high got to 119 or something like that. That's crazy hot. So it's about 90 right now.
The lightning, dude.
Let's see. Oh, other than the bombing, uh, that's crazy hot. So it's about 90 right now. Okay, let's see. Oh boy. Oh, other than the bombing going on over here. Yeah, it's crazy hot. So it's about 90 right now. Quite a bit. Okay, let's see. Oh boy. Walk over here for a second. Other than the bombing going on, my little chair I'm gonna be sitting in.
Hey, did y'all see that one Uber driver or Lyft driver in Chicago? Hey, did y'all see that one
Okay.
Uber driver or Lyft driver? And he picked that girl up.
Good morning, AI. Good morning. It's hard to see. The sun is so bright. Good morning. Yeah, originally I wasn't gonna. Good morning. Yeah, originally I wasn't gonna do this live. The winds were 40 miles an hour out here, so I had to reschedule a couple of times. So
Good morning.
kind of screwed up. Started a couple of lives that didn't take, so I ended up just going back to this one. But gorgeous day today. We woke up with the military out there, you know, doing their practices. So that's the first in a long time. But yeah, it's blazing hot out here. It's really warm, so. And again, we came out earlier, and
Yeah,
the winds
originally
were really hot. I wasn't gonna do this live though. The winds were 40 miles an hour.
Around you anymore.
Warm, so. And again, we came out. Good morning.
What's up, Sheik Shit? Y'all, how you doing?
Good morning. Good morning.
Thank you for stopping by. I always try to take your name so I don't mess it up. Sheik.
Good morning. Yeah, originally I wasn't gonna do this live though. The winds were 40 miles an hour out here,
Good
so
morning.
I had to reschedule a couple of times. So kind of screwed up. Started a couple of lives that didn't take, so I ended up just going back to this one. But gorgeous day today. We woke up with the military out there, you know,
Good
doing
morning.
practices. So that's the first in a long time. But
Yeah, originally I wasn't gonna do this
it's
live though. The
blazing hot
winds
out
were
here.
40 miles an hour out
Really
here.
warm.
Good
So
morning.
I had to reschedule a couple of
And
times.
again, we
so
came out
kinda
earlier,
screwed up.
and the winds were
Started a couple of lives that didn't take. So
going so
I ended up
fast.
just going back to this one. But gorgeous day today. We woke up with the military out there.
All right, let's see.
doing
morning.
practices. So
Let's
that's
get
the
this.
first in a long time.
Bye.
He's so funny.
Yeah, originally I
It's
wasn't
so
going to
funny.
do this
It's
live though. The
blazing
winds
hot
were
here.
40 miles an hour out here.
Good
this
morning. I had to reschedule a couple
Good morning,
times.
everyone.
Earlier
Hello,
screwed up.
little
The
one.
winds were
How
started
are
a
you
couple
doing?
lives that didn't,
This
didn't
morning.
take. So
Going so
I ended up
fast.
just going back to
Living.
this one. But
Spectrum makes
we're
it
just staying
simple.
today.
Snore.
We
With
woke
the
up
most
with the
reliable
military out there.
fiber-powered
morning.
internet for just $40 a month. Set up your internet in under 10 minutes. Just internet you can count on. Click and make the move today.
Ding dong, it's Realtor.com time.
You can't find a ranch style with a view.
And a mom-in-law suite. More Realtor agents recommend Realtor.com. With their expert new search tool, just search it like
Minutes.
you'd say it.
Just internet you can count on.
And
Click and
Reba.
make
Make it real with Realtor.com.
the move today.
Ding dong, it's Realtor.com time.
You can't find a ranch style with a view.
Good morning.
Mom-in-law suite. More Realtor agents recommend Realtor.com.
Yeah, originally I wasn't going to do this live though. The
Minutes.
winds were 40 miles an hour out
Just
here.
internet you
So
can count on.
I had to reschedule a couple of times. So kind of screwed up.
Move
Started
today.
a couple of lives that didn't take.
Ding
So
dong, it's Realtor.com
I ended up just going back to this one. But gorgeous day today. We woke up with the military out there.
More Realtor agents recommend Realtor.com.
Doing their practices. So
Yeah,
that's the
originally
first
I wasn't
in a
going to do
long
this
time.
live though. The
Minutes.
winds were 40 miles an hour out
Just
here.
internet you
So
can count on.
I had to
blazing
reschedule a
hot out
couple of
here.
times. So I really screwed up.
warm.
So
Move
started
today.
a couple of lives.
And
that
again, we
didn't-
came out
didn't
earlier,
take, so
and
the winds were. I ended up just going back to this one. But gorgeous day today. We woke up with the military out there. Doing their practices.
Yeah,
So that's the
originally I
first
wasn't
in a
going to
long
do this
time.
live though. The winds were 40 miles an hour out here. So
I had to reschedule.
he's
What did I
so
get?
funny. He's just so funny.
It's a box. It's a very heavy box. And it's got
Good morning.
Amazon tape on it. So
Good
it
morning.
came
Good
from
morning,
Amazon,
everyone. Hello,
who
little
sent it?
one. How
But
are
it
you
was Penny
doing?
Ortiz
This
59.
morning.
Yay! Let's open it up.
Hello, Wolfman Snore.
We got
Good morning.
paper, heavy box.
AI,
And it's
apocalyptic.
got,
Good
oh,
morning.
wow, that's so cool.
Ooh, the moon is still up there.
Tape on it. So
Yeah, this
Good
late
morning,
it
everyone.
looks like
Hello,
it
little.
is
Not too.
a
bad.
10-inch.
But my dog had to go out super early this morning, so when I came out, the winds were still really going bad. So I decided to cancel this and reschedule it. And then I came out at like 6, and it was much better. Good. Hey, CV, good morning. How's it going? Yeah, so I canceled the live because it was really windy and I know no one could hear me. And then I decided to reschedule the live. And instead of going to the live I had scheduled, I created a new one. And yeah, just a disaster. So, but good morning. I hope you're doing well. Really hot out here today. It's extremely, the sun, the UV rays are high. I think the index inside, we have a weather station, so it tells you all that stuff, and I can feel it on my skin. But yeah, so I ended up making some breakfast, and then I was like, you know what, the wind died down, let me go out for a little bit. And deep fried scorpion in Alabama.
It's gone for real. real. Let me see what you're talking about.